Today I come with a little bit of a different message. I was doing my devotional and I came across a really good passage, and I want to share it because I've come across so many people in my life who don't really understand or believe in the intimate relationship that they can have with the Lord. And it's really the most exciting part of believing in God is being able to have that one-on-one connection and actually being able to hear Him and talk with Him and know His thoughts about you, not only what you think of Him, of God. And I was reading in Romans, the first few chapters of Romans talks about how much we are not subject to the law, but rather we are living under God's grace. And no, that doesn't mean you have freedom to sin because you're not under a law, but the law does show us how much we need God in our life because we just can't do it alone. And I want to read you this passage. The Bible I read is by Charles Stanley. It's backwards. But Charles Stanley, his sermons, if you want to watch his sermons are also amazing. They are very easy to understand. So if you're someone who's new to Christianity or God or the Bible and you just want something really easy to understand, he's one of the ones I would recommend you to go watch, even just on YouTube. And he also has his own MP3 files on their website that are really easy to listen to. So here we go. I never thought much about whether God liked me or approved of me when I was a young man. I knew He loved me, but I never thought about whether He liked me. If someone had pressed me on that point, I probably would have concluded that the Lord somewhat liked me. I don't think I would have said that He liked me through and through. Only after I truly experienced God's love, His total, unconditional, overwhelming, abundant love, could I say with all honesty, yes, God likes me. He approves of me. He likes spending time with me. He likes being with me. He likes hearing me when I pray to Him. And He also enjoys talking with me through His word. I believe He loves me. He knows I make mistakes, but He sees my heart and my desire to know Him better each day. Further down in this passage, he says, He approves of me because I stand forgiven before Him. And I'm forgiven because I have accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior and have received His forgiveness. That makes me totally acceptable to Him. So my favorite part about all of this is it's not something you earn your way in. It's not something that you force or you fight to receive, but literally all you do is you receive it, because that's how good our God is. He loves you. He likes you. He appreciates you. He calls you His beloved. But we humans can be very stubborn to accept that. And I just want to encourage you, my prayer for every single person out there is just to literally experience God's, His true love, not just to know about Him, but to really experience God's true love. Because after you experience Him personally with a personal encounter, that's when things will change, and that's when you become transformed and you start living your life differently, because you've experienced the true water, the true source, the true well. I'm going to finish this passage. The first 4 chapters of Romans make it very clear that we can't save ourselves. We are all sinners and have fallen short of the glory of God. But because of what Jesus Christ did for us on the cross, by faith we are justified freely by His grace, from verse 24 of Romans chapter 3. Jesus has done for you what you cannot do. He purchased full approval and forgiveness for you. You cannot have grace without the cross, but because of the cross, you have full access to His grace. Grace is God's kindness and goodness toward you without regard to worth or merit. As a believer, you have a duty to obey the Lord, but you can't earn grace, buy it, or barter with God to receive it. Grace is His free gift to you. There is only one thing you can do in regard to grace: receive it gladly. So I encourage you to receive it, to accept it, and have an amazing day.